Hey everyone, it's Andrei Ivanov here. What a beautiful day here in Madison, Wisconsin. And today I wanted to show you my daily driver that I purchased 3 years ago. And I want to compare the prices and show you guys that even 3 years later, the car I purchased at Copart still worth more money than I paid for it. I'm talking about this beauty, 2016 Dodge Charger SRT. Oh, it looks just amazing. I love this sound, you know, guys. It just never gets old. Beautiful, beautiful car. Woo! Beautiful interior. And the best part, this car I purchased for $20,000 back in 2019. Can you imagine? 3 years later, $20,000. So now let's go back to my computer and check the prices of the current 2016 with just 22,679 miles. 22,000 miles. Okay, so let's take a look. That's the car I purchased. It's 2016 Dodge Charger. Final bid was $20,000, and by the way, retail value was only 10,000 bucks. I guess that was a mistake. And even though retail value is $10,000, back then this car was worth approximately $38,000 to $42,000. So buying it at $20,000, I got actually 50% discount. It was purchased in August of 2019, right here. That's the information. 18,665 miles, 6.4 liter, beautiful car. Let's see high definition photos. I checked the car. I knew what was wrong with the car. It was theft recovery. So somebody stole the car. Then sometime later, police found it, went to the auction, and here it is. So beautiful orange wrap, nice rims, SRT trim. It's one of the best in 6.4 liter. So SRT is top of the line. Then goes Hellcat 6.2 liters. But actually, personally, I've tested many Dodge Chargers and 6.4 is the most fun. So it's actually very good mileage, gas mileage, lots of fun. You can do burnouts and do lots of things. SRT has lots of settings for racing, so love it. Actually, look at the interior. Beautiful peanut butter leather, big monitor. Looks brand new. Look at the engine, Can-Am, air filter, air intake. It's nice. I'm gonna show you the video I've done for my Ukrainian YouTube channel. Actually, I flew to Atlanta and pick up the car myself. And lots of people ask me, can I go and pick up the car myself? And I always say, no, that's not a good idea. The car is at salvage auto auction. Lots of things can go wrong. And actually, to prove my point, I decided to pick it up myself and then later drive it to Wisconsin. So that's a, like Atlanta to Wisconsin. I don't remember exactly how many miles, but it was a pretty, long drive. Let's take a look at the video. The funny part, when I got to the auto auction, it's a run and drive. I want this car, to drive it. Don't use the forklift. And the guy said, I cannot do it because there is no gas. At the Copart yard, I had to find the gas station, the closest one. Since I didn't have car, I used Uber to get there. So I was walking to the closest gas station, purchased I think 1 gallon, 2 gallon, whatever, filled it, and then walked back. So that's my first story. So the car was with no gasoline. The guy with the forklift, I handed him, the gas, and later on, I just was waiting for my car. And you see the Dodge Charger was run and drive, so no surprise. But there was another problem. The battery was dead. You see there is a booster, and the booster was connected to the battery. That's the only way they can just get the car out, because otherwise if they start the car and unplug the booster, it would just completely die out. So the battery was gone. You see, that's the second problem. So what do you do? So I needed to to get the booster from them. Talked to Copart, and they decided to lend me one for $20, I believe. So I promise I'll get it back. And that's another damage I couldn't see on the pictures. You see, since it was a theft recovery, they broke the windshield because they wanted to remove the VIN number underneath of it. So you see, that's the one of the thing I haven't seen. And also the VIN sticker on the door jamb was completely gone as well. So they lent me the booster. So let me drive with that.
Yep, it's charging.
Okay, let's see.
Should be good to go.
Okay, let me try.
If it works, they said just when you get the battery or whatever, when everything's good, just bring it back and hand it back to the people at the front counter.
Then, you know, I started the car and I was driving. So good. I pick up the car. I had the booster. You know, since I'm a great customer of Copart, they say like, okay, go get the battery and just bring it back. But you see the windshield is completely gone. So I went to the closest AutoZone, get the battery. I'm not sure how much it was, maybe $150. I replaced it, brought you know, the car back to the Copart, returned their booster, and then, you know, like I heard there was a very noisy sound from the front suspension. When you drive it, it was making like squeak noise, like something is gonna fall off. I didn't know exactly what it was. I tried to actually call the Dodge dealership. I just wanted them to check what's wrong, but the Dodge dealer told me, okay, bring the car and you can pick it up in 2 weeks. We fully booked. And I'm like, wow, no way. You know, like I'm not gonna wait for you know, like 2 weeks, because I actually need the car to drive. You know, like I didn't expect it. So I went to the Dodge dealership. They couldn't help me. Then I started just calling different guys, and actually at the AutoZone there was one guy, black guy, who came to me and he was checking the car, helped me with the battery, and he said, if you need any help with the car, just call me. And I'm like, wow, I have his card. So I called him, and you know what, he actually helped me out. So I'm actually driving to him right now. So I decided I'm going to change the oil, got a new filter as well, since you know I'm going to drive and the car was sitting for a long time. So I'm really grateful for this guy who helped me, and we finished everything like in a couple hours. But you know, like if you guys not experienced, you know, like you're in the middle of nowhere, you don't know where to go, that might be an issue, right? So you need to be prepared for that. That's why I always recommend you get like a shipper, you know, ground shipping, and get it to your place, and then you comfortably have like your spare car, you have your friends who can drive you to AutoZone, get all that stuff and fix it, okay? So there was like a sway bar, there was you know, like there was a problem with that, so we fixed it and the noise disappeared. So that was really good. Replace that, we replaced the K&N filter, we get a new oil change, everything looks good, you know, underneath the car. Then I went ahead and purchased the new windshield while the guys were working on my car. You know, there was a special windshield because it has this tech package. You know, it has this system that can brakes automatic, accelerate automatic, and do all that stuff. So, you know, I had to special order that. Got it same day. I'm not sure like how expensive it was. So now I'm sitting calculating all my expenses. I had to get a new battery, fix the suspension, get a new windshield, and then the tires was pretty bad. So the next day, you know, like I went ahead, actually got new tires. Right here, it was $57,870, the new car. It was really good options on it, like carbon, 19 premium speakers for $2,000, power sunroof, tech package was $1,600, ivory like paint $500, blah blah blah. It was really, it's $60,000. It's almost like a hat cat. It was very good like options. Then, you know, like I replaced the new tires like all 4 stuff. So anyways, all in it was $23,500. So I registered the car, paid the sales tax, $25,000. So guys, now it's 3 years later. You know, usually the first car like I ever purchased was a Mazda 3, and I bought it completely new. I paid $20,000 with the interest rate. 5 years later, it was like almost $30,000, and I sold it for $10,000. So I lost $20,000 on the car. Let's take a look actually what you're gonna find right now if you go to AutoStat. I'm just gonna search for Dodge Charger, and we're gonna look for the same year. It's a 2016, and I'm gonna look for the last 3 months. 2022 or 4. We're gonna look for insurance and Copart, and I'm gonna do search. Okay, so it's gonna give me 700 results. I'm gonna look for the trim SRT 392. That's the one I have. It's actually very good trim. 14 results, and there is some cars right there. So I'm looking for minimum damage, theft recovery preferred. So one of the first car I found for $70,700 was recently sold, 40% of retail value, but it is you know, like the front left damage. Okay, so not exactly the same. There is another one for $20,500, 53% of retail value. Looks pretty good if you actually look at the high definition pictures. You know, looks like a, I see the color mismatch, but you know, like bumpers always can go off. But the thing is, if you look at the sale history in AutoStat, you can see that it was sold first in 2021 for $6,600, and that's the original condition of the car. Yes, so somebody fixed it, did like a stage car, you know, like wow, you know, like I don't want that. That's not exactly what my car is like, you know, theft recovery, no damage, beautiful. So I found another one, 2016 for $21,000, 54% of retail value. That's the closest car to mine. So it's also theft recovery. Probably needs a new paint job on the bumper, you know, like in the hood, but it's SRT, top of the line for 6.4 liter. Very nice combo interior. I love it. Red color, looks beautiful. The mileage on that is higher, 34,000 miles, but still, you can still get really good deal. But let's take a look at the cars.com. So I'm looking for Dodge Charger 2016 SRT, and it gives me all the cars here. I'm gonna look for the lowest price. Remember, my car all in $25,000. You see, the cheapest one I find it's $34,000. That's the car, 100,000 miles on it, 2015. How do you guys like it? So even though if I put right now my car, and my car only has 22,000 miles on it. Wow, 22,000 miles, you know, 111,000 miles, 70,000 miles, 40,000. So I found one that's with 23,000 miles. Right now it's at $48,590. So wow, it's $23,000 cheaper. That's my price all in. So if I put my car right now at $35,000, I think I have a very good chance of selling it right away. And if somebody tells you there is no way you can save 50% on your car with no damages, guys, look at my case. It's real. And 3 years later, I didn't lose $5,000, I didn't lose $10,000, I can still make $10,000. Isn't it great? And I think it's one of the best looking cars out there. It's, you know, seriously, it looks great. It's 4 doors, it's perfect for kids. Perfect car for family. You like it?
Yeah.
Do you like Dodge Charger?
Yeah.
What are you trying to do?
Something.
Oh, nice. Secret room. You can have lots of fun, do burnouts. 485 horsepower. Wow, amazing. This car will just go up in value because they just don't make cars like that any longer, and they can discontinue this car anytime soon. So guys, if you don't believe it's possible to save 50% on your next car, this is a great example. 3 years later, I can still make huge profit on it. $10,000. Where have you seen it like that? So if you want to save, go through my online course. I lay out everything, every secrets I know. And then go to carsfromwest.com and start searching for your next car with all the information, all the goodies I gave you. So that's it for today. My name is Andrei Ivanov, and I'll see you next week. Cheers.